Technique, bringing you the truth in the form of hip-hop. From Death Row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
Music and the spoken word, how necessary of a tool do you think it is?
It is the tool. I just love that revolution.
You got to look at your community, and the message that gangster hip-hop is putting out there is not a good one.
Hip-hop brings people that are black, that are white, that are Asian, that are poor, that are rich together, that are Muslim, Christian, Jewish. We bring them all together, and we start realizing we have more things in common than we do that are
lyrical response.
Innocence devoured like a chicken spot snack box. Government cocaine cooked into ghetto crack rock. Corrupt cops, false testimony at your arraignment. Check the check, constant struggle to make the payments. Working your whole life wondering where the day went. The subway stays packed like a multicultural slave ship.
And I went to a good school. I just had no direction in my life. Independent music required me to push past self-doubt. It forced me to say, you know what, if you don't do this work, it's never gonna get done. The first time I invited my family to a show, they were the only people there. I performed for handfuls of people before I ever got in front of a crowd of thousands.
Most of my Latino and black people who are struggling to get food, clothes, and shelter in the hood are so concerned with that philosophizing about freedom and socialist democracy is usually, unfortunately, beyond their rationale. They don't realize that America can't exist without separating them from their identity. Because if we had some sense of who we really are, there's no way in hell we'd allow this country to push its genocidal consensus on our homelands. Latino America is a huge colony of countries whose presidents are cowards in the face of economic imperialism. You see, third world countries are rich places, abundant in resources, and many of these countries have the capacity to feed their starving people and the children we always see digging for food and trash on commercials. But plutocracies, in other words, a government run by the rich, such as this one, and traditionally oppressive European states, force the third world into buying overpriced, unnecessary goods while exporting huge portions of their natural resources. I'm quite sure that people will look upon my attitude and sentiments and look for hypocrisy and hatred in my words. My revolution is born out of love for my people, not hatred for others.
The so-called third world countries might all speak different languages, but our struggles are very much the same. We've experienced war, genocide, revolution, occupation, and our roots are based in some of the greatest civilizations. Our stories of colonization sound so similar that sometimes they even make the streets look the same. When I began to learn and understand things about the world, I was set free. The more they learn and the more they read, they can set themselves free rather than relying on someone else to come set them free. If they can come from here, then the rest of the world will seem very easy. Tell them that I wish them very well in everything that they do. That's what eventually led to the creation of the Amin Institute.
For planting
some grass.
Who have like gardening projects for them.
You don't bring people freedom. You find it among them. And working in that fashion is the way that you free your mind. Let's see what this kid's doing.
We were in Afghanistan together, and we saw a group of young girls walking by, and they were on their way to school. And I remember she said, you know what, that's a revolutionary sight. During the reign of the Taliban, they wouldn't have been allowed to go to school, which does more for anything than spending billions of dollars to bomb people into oblivion when we don't even understand their culture. I appreciate each and every one of you that has come here tonight. People's lives have been saved. It was just the power of underground hip hop, the voice of the people, the strength of the streets. That's what made the difference.
It inspires me to think about an actual future. When there was a time when I didn't know if I had a future. It reminds me of how far I've come and how far I need to go.